Winter has come, and it sent an avalanche down on the HBO production offices. In May of 2017, as Game of Thrones neared its 7th and penultimate season on HBO, the network announced that it was exploring the idea of expanding the world of dragons, White Walkers, and dudes whose maybe girlfriends are actually their aunts through multiple spin-off series. HBO set up 5 of these projects, all prequels rather than straight-up spin-offs, according to Thrones author George R.R. Martin, and recently handed a pilot order to one being run by Kingsman and Kick-Ass writer Jane Goldman. Franchise fans rejoiced at the news that at least one of the spin-off series was in the works, but now their merriment and revels must come to an end. HBO president Casey Bloys had announced that Goldman's project is the only Game of Thrones spin-off moving forward at HBO. The 4 others are as good as dead, sitting dormant for the time being. Bloys dropped the bombshell during the Television Critics Association on Wednesday, July 25th, telling those in attendance there are no plans to make any others at this point. According to Bloys, it was HBO's intention from the start to brainstorm a bevy of projects and then lock in just one series, allowing creatives and executives to pour their passion into a single project rather than split their energy amongst various productions. Bloys explained, "The reason we did multiple scripts in the development process is because we knew out of 5 we'd be lucky to get one we're excited about. At least for now, fans will simply have to be satisfied with watching Goldman's series, said to follow Westeros' descent from the golden age of heroes into a dark era that will alter everything we know about the fictional world's history, House Stark, and the mysteries of the East. Will that be enough to quench their throne's thirst? We don't know yet, but we do know some more details about Goldman's prequel series." After the Television Critics Association's summer session on Wednesday, Bloys sat down with Deadline to discuss the prequel in more detail. He revealed that the project will feature an ensemble cast and highlight strong female characters. He also noted that despite what some may assume with a female showrunner like Goldman on board, the prequel that centers on Westeros' fall from the golden age of heroes won't have a female lead in the same way that Game of Thrones has a male lead in Kit Harington's Jon Snow. Bloys explained, "There are very strong female characters, but it's an ensemble. There are men and women. Jane is a very good writer. We don't want to limit her to writing female leads. There are a lot of very complicated leads in the pilot. Game of Thrones is known for its complex female characters, including Maisie Williams' sword-swinging Arya Stark, Lena Headey's power-hungry Cersei Lannister, and Gwendolyn Christie's strong yet sweet Brienne of Tarth. But the show also sparked controversy for its portrayal of some of its leading ladies. For years, viewers have criticized the way showrunners David Benioff and D.B. Weiss have presented the series' women, calling for the creatives to stop punishing them with public humiliation and physical and sexual violence. Bloys touched on the fact that the untitled spin-off won't overwork itself trying to tie up any potential threads left loose by Game of Thrones or answer all the questions fans of the series might have. Instead, it will make the most of being its own entity, one that features all the same drama, tension, and shocks everyone loves in Game of Thrones, while still standing separate from the original fantasy epic. Bloys elaborated, "Jane did not go into that wanting to answer anything about Game of Thrones. It was the story that spoke to her. It will feel very different because it's 8,000 years before. It's a very different setting, a very different time in Westeros. It will feel different but still Game of Thrones." Overall, this newness shouldn't scare you off, diehard Game of Thrones fans. Goldman actually created the spin-off series with George R.R. Martin based on a story the two developed together, so you can rest assured that the prequel is in capable hands. How exactly those hands will shape the project, we can't predict, but we're hoping the end result is swell.